Hi and welcome to the vlog. I'm Tova, this is ParentXP. Iduna commented on one of our vlogs asking us to make a video on how to keep relationships going strong in a special needs family. And I think that is a really good question actually, as there's a lot of research out there indicating that this isn't necessarily the easiest thing that you could be doing. So thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to impart my opinion on the world. Let's get right into it. % of children in the UK are registered as disabled, and every year 1,800 babies are born that will later go on to have a cerebral palsy diagnosis. 8% of the UK population are informal carers. That's 5.4 million people who are caring for somebody without that being their actual paid profession. 35% of disabled children are living in single-parent households compared to 25% of non-disabled children. And a third of parent carers in relationships are reporting these relationships to be strained and are more likely to consider a separation. The cost of bringing up a disabled child is believed to be almost twice that of bringing up a non-disabled child. Yet disabled children are more likely to live in households where neither parent works or only one parent works. This is massively skewed against the mothers. Only 47% of female parent carers are in employment. That's employment. For full-time employment, that figure is 26%, compared to 64% of mums who aren't carers. For men, these figures are 72% and 74% respectively, and I may have to tear myself away from these particular statistics and leave the equality conversation for another vlog. Is there any wonder that money problems is the top reasons that special needs parents give when they are asked why they feel their relationships are strained? Parent carers are often isolated and less likely to have a good relationship with other relatives. Finding adequate childcare for a complex needs child can be a struggle, and 24% of parent carers have a date night once a year or less. For non-carer parents, that figure is 17%, which is still a pretty shocking statistic. I get it, having chosen to become parents, it makes sense to want to be there with your children, but one date a year or less is just not okay. Add sleep deprivation, money worries, own health, and I'm guessing a lot of special needs parents are feeling somewhat lacking in the bedroom department. Libido, or rather lack of libido, is the second reason given for strained relationships. Research shows that the quality in life between families with disabled children compared to families without is significant. Parent carers are more likely to experience lower relationship quality and poorer mental health, leading to poorer outcome for the children. Mental health problems is the third reason given for strained relationships. Well, that was an encouraging bunch of numbers. Are you depressed yet? I think I am. Is there any good news in all of this? These same studies indicate that special needs parents are more likely to believe in a developmental model of relationships, meaning that they are more willing to put in the effort to make the relationship work. There is no doubt that there is a massive lack of support services for us out there, but hopefully there are things that we can do ourselves. And considering the financial strain of bringing up a disabled child, it may very well be a good investment in the future to put in that effort. Alright, so what can you actually do? First of all, take a moment to consider how are you talking about your partner? To yourself, to others, and to your partner. Are you saying things like, oh, I love how, or I'm so proud of, or I really appreciate? Or are you more likely to be talking about your partner in terms of, oh God, I hate it! Or, it annoys me so much, or I wish my partner would just do this. Words are so powerful, and they become self-fulfilling prophecies. If you think of your partner in negative terms, you're only going to see the bad things. If you think of your partner in positive terms, you are going to see all the good things. The more you choose to focus on the good bits, the better you are going to feel about your partner. And take a moment to remember why you started dating in the first place. It is my belief that a lot of relationship problems stem from expectations not being met. You have expectations about how things are going to go, and then you go walk around and feel really disappointed because these things didn't quite live up to what you were hoping. Do you ever actually sit down and talk to your partner about this? It can be really simple things, like maybe you expect the bed to be made every day, but if you don't do it, your partner doesn't do it, and it doesn't get done, and you feel really disappointed about this. Have you ever actually said, you know what, in my world, a clean bed is a clean slate for the day? But we also have expectations about how our relationship's going to be, or what kind of a parent or partner is going to turn out to be. Rob was used to a very stereotypical kind of romance in relationships, like roses on Valentine's and that kind of thing. And then the poor man ended up with me, the woman used as an example to explain the meaning of the word pragmatic. There was even a speech about it at our wedding. We've talked about this. Do you treat your partner as an equal, or have you fallen into the trap of parenting them? Do you find yourself saying, oh, it's like I have 3 kids, although you actually only have 2? Or do you recognize yourself in that horrible meme about filling up the dishwasher where, you know, you're expecting somebody to fill up the dishwasher and then say, oh no, not like that, here, let me do it. Don't do this. Dave, I'm looking at you, stop it. If you are doing this, you are treating your partner as a child. And a parent-child dynamic in what is supposed to be an equal relationship, it just doesn't work. It's not good. It's not good for your sex life. It's not good for your relationship. It's not good for your family life. It certainly doesn't model good behavior to your children. Just, you are in this together. You are equals. You are both adults. Now, being equal doesn't necessarily mean that you are equally good at everything. Play to your strengths. One person does more of the stuff that they're good at and less of the stuff they're less good at, and vice versa. Did you see our planner on the fridge in the vlog about a day in the life? That planner is my idea. I put it up there. I am the one who filled it in. Rob honestly couldn't care less about filling in this planner. He won't do it. That doesn't mean he doesn't benefit from having the planner there. He actually really appreciates it, but he's not interested in actually filling it in. I don't do it to keep Rob in check. I actually do it for me so that I know what's going on. It works out. Rob, on the other hand, is the tech guy. He's the one who set up color-coded digital calendars in Google for the whole family that both Rob and I can see, so we can put in Alice's appointments in one colour, Eileen's appointments in another colour, my appointments in a third, and Rob's in a fourth. It's brilliant, because I obviously don't carry the fridge planner with me when I go to work, so I have it all in my phone as well. We play to each other's strengths. By the way, if your relationship has got this parent-child dynamic, you're not the only person to blame here, because your parent is letting you. And they shouldn't do that. They shouldn't themselves fall into the trap of going, well, you know, I can just relinquish any control and responsibility here. It's so easy to do this, I get it. When I went back to work after my maternity leave with Eileen, I was so scared of relinquishing my control over her well-being. And I tried to tell Rob what he needed to do every minute of the day. Now, Rob very sweetly told me to off and reminded me that he was her dad and perfectly capable of looking after his own daughter. You know, it was the kind of reality check that I needed, that I can't micromanage my husband. He dealt with it in a very good way. And that's the kind of thing that I think has really helped us, that he hasn't allowed me to fall into that kind of trap, and vice versa, I'm sure, many, many times. And I know that money is usually a worry. But can you find space in your budget to offload some things? Can you afford a cleaner? Can you afford a laundry service? Can you afford grocery deliveries, or that, you know, where they send home the food and you just, it's already there to be cooked for that meal. Is it called HelloFresh or something like that? You know, can you find space in your budget for something like that to help offload? We have a cleaner. It does stretch our finances quite a bit, but in the long run, probably cheaper than a divorce. As I say, I appreciate that this may be difficult. There are, I mean, I know so many special needs families where no, the budget can't even stretch for that. And again, this is where you need to go to your local supporting charities and you need to say, I need a little bit of help. Go out and ask for help. But ultimately, my most important relationship advice is talk to each other honestly, without judgment, without aggression, and really listen in return. You know, it's so important, and don't lie to each other. There is nothing worse than the whole, darling, what's wrong? Oh, nothing! And then sitting there stewing and expecting your partner to really understand everything that's wrong, even though you've just said nothing. Don't do that. Hey, what's wrong? You know what? Everything is wrong right now. I'm tired, I've had a day at work, the house is a tip, everything's just irritating me. All right. You know, you be honest, have that conversation. And really listen, try to find, you know, behind the words, what is it your partner's really struggling with? What is it they're asking for? I hope you have found this vlog useful. I'm really interested to hear your tips and tricks for how you manage your relationship, how you keep things going, how you stay happy and loving each other even when times are really, really difficult. As always, if you are not a subscriber yet, please hit the subscribe button. We put out new videos every week. And hit the notification bell so you will always see when a new video is posted. I hope you have a very good day. Thank you so much for spending the time watching this video. Bye bye.